Have you ever considered that something as harmless as your morning coffee or checking your email could be a form of slavery? The ancient Stoic philosopher Seneca once wrote, "Show me a man who is not a slave. One is a slave to lust, another to greed, another to ambition, and all are slaves to fear." He believed that true freedom is not about what we are allowed to do, but what we have the power to not do. Today, we will explore this profound idea and discover how we can reclaim our freedom from the small, seemingly innocent habits that quietly take control of our lives. Imagine this. You wake up, and the very first thought that enters your mind is coffee. You cannot function. You cannot think. You cannot even begin your day until you have had that first cup. The aroma, the warmth, the ritual, it has become an essential part of your existence. Or consider the constant urge to check your email. You are in the middle of an important task, or spending quality time with family, but a persistent notification buzzes in your pocket. You tell yourself it will only take a second, but that second turns into minutes, pulling your attention away from what truly matters. These are not just habits, they are chains. We have, in a sense, sold ourselves into a form of servitude, not to a master, but to our own impulses. The core of this issue lies in what it means to lose the freedom to abstain, when we cannot say no to something, whether it is a cup of coffee, a social media feed, or a moment of gossip. We have surrendered a piece of ourselves. This is not about declaring these things as inherently bad. The problem arises when we are no longer in charge. In our modern world, this challenge is everywhere. The endless scroll on social media platforms is designed to keep us hooked. The temptation to procrastinate on important goals is a constant battle. Each time we give in without a conscious choice, we weaken our discipline. This erosion of self-control hinders our personal growth, prevents us from achieving our long-term goals, and ultimately, it keeps us from reaching our full potential. Success and fulfillment are built on a foundation of discipline, and discipline is simply the ability to choose our actions rather than being ruled by our impulses. So, how do we break these chains and reclaim our freedom? The path back to self-control begins with small, deliberate steps. First, practice mindfulness. Become aware of your habits. When you reach for your phone or another cup of coffee, pause and ask yourself, am I choosing this, or am I just acting on autopilot? This simple act of questioning creates a space between impulse and action. Second, set clear boundaries. Designate specific times for checking email or social media, and stick to them. Create technology-free zones in your home or during certain hours of the day. The goal is not total deprivation, but intentional engagement. Finally, start with small acts of abstention. Try skipping your second coffee for one day. Go for a walk without your phone. Resist the urge to check a notification immediately. Each small victory builds your abstention muscle, making it stronger and more reliable over time. This is not about punishment. It is about empowerment. In the end, the lesson from Seneca is timeless. True freedom is not found in the endless pursuit of more, but in the power to control our own desires. By recognizing the subtle ways we become enslaved by our habits, and by taking deliberate, practical steps to regain control, we can reclaim our autonomy. It is a journey of self-mastery, one small choice at a time. Start today. Choose one small thing to abstain from, and in that single act, take your first step toward true liberation. Thank you for watching. If this message resonated with you, please consider subscribing for more insights on living a deliberate life.